What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Sarah's Spare Corner. My name is Sarah. I am the host of Sarah's Spare Corner. Sarah's Spare Corner encompasses gaming as well as arts, crafts, and various different forms of creativity. Additionally, I like sharing theories, concepts, and ideas, as I am a philosophy major. When I'm not bored, I might travel places and I might post about it. We are going to start a new kind of gaming series. Honestly, I don't know if this one will run very long, but a few of you know from a couple of my live streams, whenever I'm feeling stressed, I go to Tropico 7. Sorry, 7's not even out yet. Tropico 6. I love this game. I don't know what it is. It has something to do with relaxation. Maybe it's because of during the long, arduous exam hours of my university career, when I'd go visit my family back home, I'd always end up playing Tropico 5 after finishing an exam the night before, because they only had Tropico 5 and not 6. And then I was like, all right, I'm buying 6 on the computer, to which my computer would not run it, because I had a very small computer at the time. So then I bought it for the Switch. And then I played for the Switch, and then I could finally play it on the computer. So here we are, full circle. I wanted to, before we start Tropico 6, I wanted to review the announcement of Tropico 7. I'm very excited about this. I did see it when it came out August 20th, but we're going to review it again anyway. So let's read it. Sorry. This is October 28th, so obviously it's been a bit, but I didn't read the full release, so that's why I want to go over this. Cancel your elections. El Presidente has announced Tropico 7. First teaser, a glimpse of all new council with El Prez will, of course, try to bend to his will. We have lifted the curtain, no, not the iron one, on Tropico 7. The next evolution of the award-winning city-building series, we beloved El Presidente, is back, whether the people like it or not. Cutting his luxurious vacation short, reportedly under protest, to personally oversee the announcement teaser at GameCon 2025 with his trademark fare and a full suitcase of suspiciously stamped passports. He's ready to reclaim his throne in 2026 and take the city building genre to the new heights, literally. With Tropico 7, we open a new chapter in city building, politics, and economics, giving players more control and complexity than ever, while preserving preserving the mischief and satire fans love, says Daniel Dumont, studio and creative director at Gaming Minds Studio. This isn't just a sequel to an ultimate sandbox for would-be dictators. El Presidente would say the best Tropico ever because it's mine. We'll watch the trailer in a second. Tropico 7 builds on a series' iconic formula, introduces major new features. For the first time, the new council puts El Presidente face-to-face with faction leaders to negotiate, manipulate, or charm his way to power. See, honestly, that was something that I was wondering why it wasn't in Tropico 6, where you couldn't just negotiate with them directly. So it's good that they're adding this. More opinions, more chaos, all of which El Presidente completely overlook. Aspiring new autocrats can now mold their item with their new terraforming feature. Raise island, rotate rivers, reroute rivers, or create shiny new parks. Oh my gosh, this is all I've ever wanted, because vanity is the best policy. But that's not all. The new political affiliation system lets you pick individual dictator styles, which unlocks fitting edicts to keep Tropicans happy or terrified enough to comply. Supported by beefed up military system featuring a new special tactic El Presidente is currently working on. Okay, I'm interested to see this. Because I do feel like the military system in Tropico 6 is a little lacking, so I am kind of interested to see that. When the strategy alone isn't enough, you know what to do. Unleash strategic mischief, deploy agents, stage a PR stunts, or simply dazzle the masses with El Presidente legendary charisma. Rule with style and satisfaction. It is scheduled to release 2026 and will be available on Xbox, PC, and PC gaming systems, Xbox Series, PlayStation 5. They'll probably release it on Switch too, because they also did it for the Switch, the Switch One. Unless they're no, we're done with Nintendo. Who knows? Okay, so lead your nation with new heights, tells El Presidente continuous success story across 5 campaign maps starring himself, Palatimo, and a new nemesis, Victoria Gorilla. Oh, this will be interesting. More and more acapellos, Pelagos, the biggest island ever in the series, await your rule, expanding 10 extra scenarios and more than 20 sandbox maps. Ooh, and endless possibilities of a random map generator, which is usually just random map generator is connected to this. Unless they're like, we literally have just made an island from scratch. It's not the 20 sandbox. This is like completely, which would be fascinating. Move mountains, literally. Oh my god. Create benches or even simply new items. The new terraforming brings back your megalomaniac dreams of life. Start the Mammoth project now. Oh. Bollocks. Politics. Navigate the snares and pits of internal politics when you summon the different factions to your council. A new way to meet face to face while pulverizing their dreams or using it to big deal your own advantage. Wait, I'm not finished. Wait, hold on. Where am I? Okay. Make the world your playground. Elections, election speeches, and vast portfolio of edicts, depending on your political standing, spice up your daily rule while you juggle foreign affairs and occasionally steal, relocate landmarks to reveal its benefits, which we have in Tropico 6, so that'll be fun. Build to add to. Strategically place buildings to make use of synergy effects, keeping citizens' satisfaction high, and fill any unused plots of land with beautiful parks and freely customized size, which they kind of did add this to 6 recently. I saw that update. And Generalissimo, number 1, eliminate those pesky rebels, fending off foreign threats with a reworked military system, enabling more direct control of your military units. I am interested to see this, because the military system, even though I do like it in Tropico 6, I do feel like I could go a little bit further. And then always judge a book by its cover. Customize the appearance of your palace in El Presidente with a new creative option. I'm excited. Let's go. Okay, so let's just quickly watch this trailer. I'm going to turn it down. The militarist, the environmentalist. Let's go. I'm just trying to observe the stuff in the background. It's hard to say, though. Too vague. So I am excited to see more. What I would like to see is, because the quality, obviously, like, this is just a video, right? But, like, the quality of the face, for example, with oftentimes in this game, the quality is very jaggedy, pixelated. So I'm wondering if they will update that, but also, though, like, I totally get if they don't, because the game is quite hardy. Anyways, I'm going to pause this. I would like to get the soundtrack, or not soundtrack, I was just reading soundtrack because it was one of the DLCs here. I would like to get some DLC for this game at some point, because I really haven't done that, but I'm like, maybe when it goes on sale. Alright, let's just finally play this game now. Okay, so we're in this very fun game. We are going to now create a new file. Oops, I just realized that the cropping is not good. There we go. Okay, now the cropping is fixed. Alright, I have made a whole bunch of games. I'm pretty sure I destroyed this file. I have realized that my Achilles heel exists in the realm of the Cold War. I don't know what my problem is, but it's not great. Okay, I just want to see what kind of map options we have. I've never done this one, I don't think. It's kind of interesting looking. There was this one map I remember that, like, I didn't like the format, but somehow I annihilated the game with that. But maybe I should just allow the game to pick whatever. So we're gonna do random again. And I do want it to be huge. I honestly don't care too much about the landmass. Let's just do medium. We'll do uncommon, I guess. Islands, some or few, maybe. Main island is large, yes. Climate is normal. Climate variation is high. Resources is balanced. Volcano is random. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of a fair assessment. Okay, so we're going to start in the Colonial Era. We're going to start with 100 people, and we're going to start with 200,000, pardon me. Foreign aid is fair. Caribbean happiness is moderate. Political difficulty is demanding. Opposition difficulty is moderate. Disasters are frequent. And the pirate difficulty is the skipper. Let's start. Now, I'm thinking the reason why I started this way is because I do need to put down several plantations at the very beginning, and I'm going to purchase a whole bunch of like trading routes. So that's going to be majority of my money, even though I'm only having like 100 people show up on the island. I'm probably going to research the Edict of Penal Colony first, and then get my pirates scourging the world for many people. All right, let's look at what we got. I don't think I've ever done this island before. And we also have, so there is a volcano here, so we'll keep that in mind. All right. One thing that's nice about this game is anytime that there is like changing the seasons, the trees kind of change too, so it's kind of cute. Anyways, okay. So we're gonna go over here to task research. That's gonna be the first thing we research. We're gonna put the rest ready to go. Okay. Planks, logs, gold, rum, sugar. The classics. Okay, let's demolish half of this stuff. I know you could just, like, not do this and actually save these, but, like, we're not gonna do that. I would rather just, like, delete stuff than, replace them. I know that it would save me money if I didn't do that, but, you know, whatever. Okay, so we need one teamster. We'll put this right here. We need one construction office. We'll put that right next to it. We are going to unlock the Pirate Cove, or it's already unlocked. Never mind. Put that right there. And then we're going to put down a bunch of Fisherman's Wharf. There's one spot right here. Really? Just one. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Now, I know that there isn't a ton of, but there's some over here. And there's one right here. We'll keep it all in the neighborhood. And then we'll probably expand later, I'm thinking. Hold on. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Ew. I hate it when it does that. Okay, never mind that. I should have started this way. Like this. Okay. We'll send one to the Pirate Cove. Go straight. Okay. Now let's relocate the palace. We'll put the palace maybe right here. Okay, now that we've done that, what I would like to do is make a nice little road around it. We're going to go straight there. Okay, now let's get some plantations going. So corn is usually the standard. I kind of hate it, but it'll grow everywhere basically. I'm not too worried about the productivity because we're going to get some manure spreaders going. I feel like there is some spots over here, but I think banana would be best here. Where is this thing? Where is the road? I totally forgot where the road is. I always end up doing this too. Okay, so it's right in the middle. Banana. Oh, banana. Okay, so we got some bananas going. Honestly, bananas are kind of a safe bet at the very beginning. Just because you need a ton to export anyways. Okay, now that we have that, let's get some pineapple over here. I want to start prepping for canneries, which shows up, I believe, in World Wars. All right, sugar, and same with sugar and cocoa. I usually want to start these guys early because I'm planning for chocolate factory, even though that doesn't come out till Cold War. So let's find some cocoa. There's some right here. Plantation, cocoa. And then tobacco, because we're going to roll a bit in World War. Okay, so tobacco. Okay, now we've done tobacco. Coffee. There is some room for coffee. I'm going to move this slightly so we can have a road going there. Cotton. We could get some cotton going. It would be good for when we decide to make cloth. Ba-da-da-da-da. Rubber. This was so strange. I was playing this yesterday, and I was dealing with the environmentalists. They really hate me. That was, I think, Cold War. Anyways, as I'm dealing with them, they requested that I make rubber. And I was like, isn't that technically bad for the environment? But then I was like, well, maybe not, because rubber trees, you know? All right. Now we should have probably planned this out earlier. Look how much we have. Oh my goodness, this is good. Okay, well, let's forget these ones because apparently we have a ton. So we're going to do several gold mines and some coal mines as well. Do 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 do. At least we know like we have a ton of options here. I think I didn't do plenty though. I think I did moderate. So I guess they kind of like were like, sure, the plantation's kind of questionable, but you do get a lot of gold. I think that, yeah, that switched over to whatever. We'll fix it later, or maybe we won't. Depends on my feelings, you know. Oh, could we? Hold on. I know you can do a tunnel connection. Maybe we can do that later. We could just do that, but I don't really want to cut that off, you know? Okay, next one. You. We'll bring you over. Bring you down that way. Okay, now I think we have a good format of what we're going on. So, we're going to buy a trading post. This seems to be the thing that works pretty well for me. I honestly don't know if it's the best option. We're going to build another Teamster office over here and one over here. Logging camps. We do need logs, don't we? Honestly, I would rather have them all together, and it kind of makes sense to do them over here. Oh, right. I forgot to connect these mines. Okay. I guess it's because I'm too close to the shore. Okay, maybe we should do is demolish that then. Okay, nope, you didn't like that. You're okay with this. Ew, why did I do that? I know for a fact that when you put down roads, and this is kind of like this in Planet Zoo, that if you're one line short of another one, it will not connect properly. Okay, there we go. Now I know it cut off some of our plantation, but it's okay. Okay, cool. All right, now can we build another dock? Because moving that kind of stuff around when it's this far away from our dock might be necessary. So I'm going to actually build two. I know it doesn't make sense to do that right now, but we're going to do it anyway. Because we're going to have industry over there, industry over here. It just kind of makes sense. I'm sure someone would probably tell me this is a bad idea. Whatever. This is my game. Now, I have to be careful because sometimes I end up spending way too much money at the beginning and then I'm like, oh, why is nothing moving? Maybe it's because you spent too much money, blew your budget, and now you have nothing, my dude. So we have several of the lumber mills going. We need to build a couple of, I always forget to do this, ranches. I always forget about ranches. Maybe if we do like a whole bunch here. Cattle, we'll do a whole bunch of cattle right here. These ones are really good for people who are just like uneducated. Crocodiles. Okay, we have one crocodile going, I guess. Some sheep. Don't want to like get rid of that forest too much. We can do is actually do it this way. Again, I know that the efficiency is not great over here, but if we get some manure spreaders, it should be fine. And then we'll just up the cost of what we're inputting into the system anyway. So I think that was pig I just put down. What about llama? Llama or goat? Llama. Llama is definitely better. Okay. Now, again, to supplement some of these issues I have just created for myself, we are going to... Oh, that was a perfect grid. Look at that. All right. So let's do that, I guess. And then we can go this way. And then for you, we'll just go straight. All right. Now let's build a construction office over here. We're going to need some movement, some teamsters as well. And now that we've done that, we can build a tannery, right? No, cattle would be over here. It would make sense to put the tannery over here. Now that I know we can remove mountains, I'm pretty excited about that. I don't know if I'm supposed to be. And then we also did put some sugar down, I think. So we can put down, yes, that there. Okay. Now that we've done that, we are going to load up some of these empty spaces with bunker houses. And I'm going to actually make those the first things we purchase because... or the first things that we build. Oh, that one, cancel that. No? Okay, great. What was here again? Oh, that's the Teamster office. Okay, bunkhouse here. And then let's build a couple of country homes over here in these empty spaces. Now, I want to be very clear. I am not the best at this game, but I have played it quite a bit. So I'm probably at some point going to I don't know, possibly deal with debt. That's just how I tend to roll with this game. So if anything, you're watching this for pure entertainment value and not necessarily for, strong hints, because I wouldn't say I'm the best at that. Okay. So we built enough houses in this region. We can probably put a couple over here. Great. And some country homes as well, because it seems that the workers really prefer the country homes over the bunker houses. Am I too surprised? Not really. So let's do a bunker here, and a couple of country homes. We are going to get to the other facilities we should get, because there are a couple of facilities that we need in order for people to be happy and working efficiently. So now we are going to build a tavern over here. We're going to build a tavern over here. And we'll build one. Actually, we could build the... Oh, no. I have a better idea for that. That is going to be the opera house. And a library, I think. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I always forget where these are. It's in here. Newspaper. Newspaper and then library. There we go. Now we put one down here. We'll need a newspaper over here. Here. No. Okay, that's fine. These are really helpful because when you are trying to get support, oh, we're already out of money. Look at that. Well, we have to put down a couple of chapels, so I'm not going to let that budget dampen my spirits. All right, grocery store, chapel. Okay, chapel, grocery store. Grocery store. I wasn't expecting that to not fit. Grocery store, chapel. Chapel? Ooh, might have to go into a farm somewhere. It's that dang mountain, my dude. Actually, let's cancel this bunker house. Put the chapel. Really? I thought you would fit. I'm surprised. Okay, well, let's put it here then. And then we'll put that bunker house back. All right, now that we've done that, we are going to fast forward. We're going to get in so much debt shortly. Okay, that is our first option. We need to fulfill a trade route with the crown. So we're going to go over here to our trades. We have one slot available. I would have purchased more, but I was silly. So let's sign this contract, and we can probably do gold as well, because now we're doing gold. We'll do... Planks are probably going to be more expensive. Yeah, they're like 87. So we'll import that as well. And then we're also going to purchase this rum. Oh, we can't afford it. Okay. Okay, now that we've done all that, we are going to go over here. We're going to do sniffer dogs, and we're going to increase that purchase. There's a reason why we do this is because it actually provides safety. The dock, if you turn off to regular controls, so we'll just go to regular controls, we'll go to overlay, and we'll go to crime safety. It's immediately showing red. Now, obviously, it's because of all these shacks, so they just assume everybody in this area is unsafe. But if we turn this on to sniffer dogs, and we go back to overlays, and we go back to crime safety, now the region that it exists is much smaller. We have our pirates over here, so obviously the safety is gone down again. But that's kind of how this system works. It's also asking us for having a pirate cove. So Sofia Ortega is a person who represents the revolutionaries, the people who are going to get us out of colonial age. And so she'll ask me a bunch of things. She asked me to have the pirate cove, which we put down. So now we get to choose. Do we want $2,000, a random blueprint, or 10 revolutionary immigrants? We're going to go with the immigrants because we need people. And what we're going to do is we're going to have queue up many and treasure hunts. And then we'll also treasure some of these. Or actually, maybe not right now. We just need people right now, so we'll just focus on that. And that's what the pirates are going to do. They're going to keep coming in and out of the pirate cove and go look for people. All right, now for this one, we want to increase our fishing drench, which will harvest 2.25 units of shellfish. So normally you wouldn't get shellfish without that option. So now that we have it. All right, so what kind of trade routes did we sign up? Because we need to make sure this doesn't run out. If this runs out, it's game over for us. So we're going to go over to our trades, and we need to get coffee, gold, and planks going. So this is gold. We're going to high prioritize these because this is what's going to get us out of this slump. And we also needed, was it coffee? I think it was coffee. So we're going to high prioritize that as well, which means that our construction workers over here are going to go do that. Now, what we're also going to do is upgrade more hands. So now we have more job openings, which means our workers are going to want this job. We're also going to increase the wage because now the quality of the job raises. So if we go down, it's 45, up it's 50, and the efficiency goes up. So now people are happier. They're going to want to go to work. So that's kind of how we do this. The revolutionaries want us to build a chapel. Don't worry, we got this. So what we're going to do also is we're going to increase this to make sure that the efficiency goes up and that people actually show up to work because they're excited to go to work because they're getting paid pretty well. And yes, we're in debt, but it's fine. We'll figure it out. So now that we have this going, we're going to share to multiculture. So monoculture is just, it operates on full efficiency, but decreases the fertility in the vicinity. The multiculture decreases the efficiency by 40%. The plantation does not decrease the fertility over time. The plantation does get 10% efficiency for other plantations in the vicinity with a different crop running on the same work mode. So if all our crops are a multiculture and there's a bunch of different ones in the area, they will increase in 10%. So this one is only sitting at 57% because it's half. But if we raise it, we're at 82. But if we go over here, this is 75, 69, 84. And then once these are built, it should also help. And we can also get a manure spreader, which we haven't done yet. But this one's sitting at 70%. This is 79%, 77, 76, 94, 110. So Coco's pretty happy with us. But that's also because it's not multicultural. Now that it's multicultural, it's sitting at 90 and 70. We need now, so this is the thing that's going to tell us how do we progress to the world war. So Palatimo, our hype dude, basically our cheerleader, is always telling us that we are amazing, whatever. So he's asking us to have an average of a revolutionary approval of 60. And then we have to have a percentage of the population supporting the revolutionaries, which is out of 60 as well. So this is how we get to world wars. But until then, we have to subsidize the crown as best as we can. So here's why we're doing this. So let's go over here. Let's quick build that, get that out of the way. We'll create the efficiency. And now we're going to have some people get that job in a second. Once it happens, we have a rescue raid happens. That means a good thing. Now, we also want to get our library going. So we're going to also quick build this. We're going to raise that because we need the penal colony going. So while this is going, obviously people aren't going to want to work over here if they have no place to live. So everyone's living at the front in shacks. They're all very happy with one another. We can also increase the Teamsters, but that's not until World War II. And now we have a whole bunch of monocultures, so let's expand that. This one's now working at 117 at the tobacco farm because of all the various different growths in the area. And what we need to get is a Teamster going over here as well. Let's get that going. That's a grocer. So also, if you build things in the region of where people are working, they're more than likely going to work efficiently because then all they have to do is walk from home to work, walk from home, grocery store, or chapel or whatever. So it's easier to keep it that way. So technically you want to prioritize homes first, which is why also all these like shacks just showed up here. Well, it's because this is the area that is close to a job. So once these houses are built, which we need the plantations done first so that we can fulfill the crown trade route first. So we're going to go open to our open and we're going to see where we're at. We are at 1,400 for the total of 2,400 that we're supposed to deliver, or 900, we're at 529. So this should be fine because we just got a delivery and the next month will be 4 months from now. So we should be able to fulfill that properly. We're also going to go to some of our other mines. Okay, we're just going to increase that efficiency so that the output is better. We should also probably increase the Teamster efficiency so that people are wanting to go out to their jobs. And also actually the efficiency goes up faster, which means trades happen faster, which means we do not get in trouble with the crown. And it'll tell us like what's in our storage. Right now we have nothing here, but if we go over here, for example, we will see, okay, nothing. We'll see nothing. But now we do. There's corn, right? So now corn's moving and it's telling us beware, beware, which is never a good sign because it's like, oh gosh, are we going to be able to export this stuff fast enough? So cotton, corn is being exported over here. What's being exported? Tobacco, corn, pineapple. Okay. We do need a circus. You're right. All right. Now we're going to go over to trades. We're going to see where we're at. That hasn't moved. This hasn't moved. And that hasn't moved at all either. Okay. Well, actually what we'll do then, go to no, over here. We're going to cancel planks because it's not even built yet anyway. Corn. Give me corn. Good. We'll sign corn. Get us out of here. That should be enough. That should actually, I think that should work. Yeah, look at that. So now it's fulfilled. Done. So it's good to like have something that is for sure being sold, or something for sure that you know you're making. So we're making tobacco. I always like to keep one small one on hand in case the time is being demanded out, which will increase the demand time. So now we can extend the mandate by 18 months. So there's another one. Trade route is complete. So now we can expand our rum. Let's do our rum because that'll be good for that. Now, here's what I like to do, because these, you can actually set your logging area. I try to keep them further, like in the same region, but not quite either. So that way there's still plenty of space there. Now we're getting a ton of money. We have researched the penal colony, so let's enact that edict. I like how they say founding felons. It's pretty accurate. Okay, so it increases the immigration rate by 50%. The chances of immigrants being criminals, though, increases by 300%. You receive a monthly payment of $100. So I'm not too worried about that because one, we get money, and two, the crime issue doesn't really show up until second one. We're also going to turn on mandatory siesta, which is going to increase job quality of each workplace by 15%, decreases the efficiency of all workplace by 12%, and decreases pollution by all workplaces of 10%, which I'm totally fine with. We can just raise the wages of many places. This also decreases the wages or the cost of construction costs, which, as you can see, we have a lot being built. So I'm not too worried about that. And the other stuff we'll do later. And some of it's also still being researched. Like right now they're researching advanced boating. So this is where we're at right now. What is this? This is the chapel. Okay, good. All right, so now that we've done that, oh, look at that. A trade route is complete. So let's, we can expand more things now that we have things actually being, going. We can actually purchase more of these. Let's export some leather because we have a tannery going. And I think we'll keep the other ones. We're going to build a dungeon, which he's not wrong. If we're getting penal colony, we're going to need a dungeon. So we're going to actually quick build that. And we're going to do convict labor. It's my favorite thing. I know it's not supposed to be. It will extend that mandate. And before I forget, dear God, we better do this now. So the reason why we need to do this is pirates will find out, oh, look, that island's doing so well. We're going to show up now. So we're actually going to quick build this because I swear the pirates are going to show up in the next 3 seconds. And I totally forgot to watch out for them. So we're actually going to quick build that as well. We're going to put a guard tower by each port to be safe. Quick build that as well. It's also good because, it helps the militarists and it also helps for jobs. So how can we say no to that? So we're also going to increase the budget to 4. And then we should go over, we can't really modernize that, but I think over here we can add a couple of, so we can do utility installations. If a worker has their healthcare happiness lower than 30, they will receive healthcare service with a quality of 30. If a worker has their faith lower than 25, they will receive a quality of 25. And now we are already seeing our approval rating going up. We're going to fulfill an export trade, which should come by soon. We're going to go over here and we're going to do posture prohibition, pardon me. So the ranch does not decrease fertility in its vicinity, but it does decrease the efficiency by 15%. The ranch also gains a stock of manure that can be transferred to manure spreaders, which we're just going to increase all of ours. It'll be like 79, 74, whatever. But it does also like increase. So like one of these, don't know which one it is, but one of these you can share the manure between the ranches, which will also increase the efficiency, which doesn't look like it exists right now, so it's fine. It also is like the last thing being built is the houses. So people are like, oh my God, can I just have a place to live, bro? Like, all right. But anyways, we're going to go over here and we're going to build a couple of manure spreaders because these are good, cheapo jobs. And what they'll do, if you can see here, so we're actually going to put it right here. And what it does is it covers all these plantations. The manure spreader helps with the efficiency. So we have all of these covered, it looks like. Actually, just that one is not covered. Okay, that's fine. We'll just put it right here. So those are all covered. Now we go over here and do the same with these guys. I want to make sure that I cover more. So I think this one here is a good spot. And this one right here. There we go. Okay. Now all we have to do is wait for houses to be built. Because we need houses. And then looks like we have no one in detention yet. We're going to fulfill a trade route, which means the crown is now going to allow us to expand our mandate. We're going to export some rubber. There we go. And for the revolutionaries, we do need that chapel built. So let's put that as a high priority, which means it tells our construction workers, that's what you want first. I got you, bro. We're also going to fix this road because this will be good. That way it's a little bit easier for them to come around. Instead of them having to go this way or that way or whatever, they can just come down and around. And look at that. It's being built right now. The revolutionaries will be happier once I kind of make it a little bit easier for them to actually live somewhere. Because right now everyone's just in shacks because I haven't built any houses. All right, so we have filled the mandate, and yep, there's the pirates. All right, so now we have built the chapel. Now we can do 10 more revolutionary immigrants. So now we have the pirates. We see that our guys are already ready for the pirates. Not the fort guys, though. Come on, show up. This is not good. They're already destroying things. It looks like they're showing up to the fort and then they're going to come down. So a bunch of these things are going to get destroyed. Let's rebuild our corn. Jeez, these dang pirates. All right, so now we have fulfilled another crown. Let's export some more coffee. We'll expand that mandate. Now you want us to do the mandatory siesta. We're actually in the middle of doing it already. That's why it says 2 out of 3. So once it hits 3, we'll get the option to update. Where are y'all going? You're going to protect. Shouldn't you be going? Huh? Oh my goodness. This game is so silly sometimes. These dudes are going to lose, it looks like. Come on. High defense. Let's go. You guys can do this. Maybe not. Do we have enough workers? Let's get the efficiency going. Come on. Did half of y'all die? Oh, no. They won. They won. Okay. So we need to double check because I think those pirates were coming for a few things. It doesn't look like anything really needs to be fixed, though. We just need a lot of houses. We need a lot of houses. All right, let's export some corn. So now that we have some money, we can definitely start laying down the bunkers for more houses. Arrest of revolutionary we're not going to do that because that would make the revolutionaries really mad. It's okay, though, because we're in good spirits with the crown, so they'll forgive us. Oh, look at that. We already finished that, so now we can do that. And now that these houses are actually being built, actually what we're going to do is stack them higher, but we're going to increase the house quality. So even though we stacked higher, there's more space for people, and the quality is better. We also have an option of Little Eden here, which increases the upkeep cost of 50%. Oh, another trade route is done. Let's export a little bit more sugar, I'm thinking. So anyways, Little Eden increases the house quality is increased by 12 and the residents rest a little bit longer, to which we can increase the quality a little bit more. And then that way people are a little bit happier. We're going to have somebody show up here. The wealthy are going to be able to go there. So now with the newspapers, what we want to do in this era is we want to switch it to the independent. And this will The citizens living in the vicinity of the newspaper will have a chance of 25% to shift their political views towards the revolutionary faction every time they rest. Does not affect the die-hard orientations. So there will be people who will support the crown no matter what. But these people who are a little bit more lenient, they'll be a little bit more open to us, which means we have a higher chance of getting out of this era faster. So now she wants us to build a circus, and he wants us to export more trade. So let's go over here. Looks like we have 2 available. So we're going to export some rum. And let's do some more gold. It's going to give us some good money. And we have the pirates attacking over here. Classic. Okay. Now, we actually have 2 people wanting us to build a circus. So this is actually very good for fun at the earlier stages. And surprisingly, it actually still stays to like the later stages as well. The only thing, though, is it can increase the what is it called? Safety issues. I guess a lot of crime happens at the circus. Let's also put one over here, even though it's like way off in the distance. That way there's options of that. Now, I think we need, yes. So we need actually a tavern over here. So we're going to duplicate this button here duplicates. We're going to put it right here. It's good for our pirates. Pirates love rum. And now, since we have a lot more houses, we can stack them higher. We can create more of a longevity with some of our... They're both going to be happy. We're going to have more 10 revolutionaries. You're both poor and you work at the plantation, which means what I'm hearing is you need another bunkhouse here. So we're going to get those going. Where are we at? You're well off, which means you can live in a country house right here. Now, I don't think we could... Oh, we could put one there. Okay. I do like them spaced out. I don't think that that's really efficient. You can have them right next to each other. I just think that looks silly. So what I like to do is try to keep them in rows like this. And usually what happens, if somebody, for example, lives in a bunkhouse, but they're actually well off, if you build a country home, they'll move out of that, which means now the bunkhouse is free for more poor people to live in there. It looks like you want a country home over here. What do you need? You're both poor. Yeah, so now we're getting a good amount of people coming in, which means the slums are just getting larger. But it's because now we have more people coming in. So I think what we're going to do, we'll sell some pineapple. That's what we'll do. Let's also buy another trade because now we can export some planks, for example. All right, so let's go over to our pirates. And this is all they've been doing. We can remove that now that we have the edict going because I just wanted it going for the edict. So now let's actually increase our food. We're going to extend that mandate. Oops. I'm actually going to get rid of this. I didn't mean to do that. But we are going to now add our treasure hunt. So now, and I like doing this because at the beginning of the game, sometimes you don't always have all these items or you don't have it in the quantity that you need. So then you can just add it and our pirates will just grab it for us. And then instead of focusing on bringing people to the island, now it will focus on bringing goods. We do have a fisherman's wharf. Now she wants us to produce 500 fish. Since we have 3 going and they all seem to be pretty high with our workers, we should be able to fill that up pretty fast. Yeah, look at that. It would be faster if we had bigger fish spots, but honestly, that's probably my fault because of the way that I have made this. All right, let's stack this higher. We'll get rid of some of these. Yeah, look at that. Like already a bunch of houses are gone. We will need to build more for sure, though. So let's duplicate more. I don't know what you just asked. What did you ask? Trade route. Okay, don't worry, we got this. The pirates are back. Those freaking pirates. We're gonna put a bunch of houses, like country houses here, because again, it frees up space in our bunks if we have people who are well off. Like, I think, yeah, we have a couple of people in here who are well off, but it's a home, so they're taking it anyway. So that's what we're hoping on. What do we have over here? Do we have a couple of well off people? No, you're all poor. Okay, well, we can build some bunkhouses over here. Apparently not on that side, though. And that should get some things going. Do we have... Yes, great. 10 revolutionaries. What do we have over here? We have several poor people. Another poor person? Yes. Okay, then we need a bunkhouse over here. Who are you? You're both poor. We can probably do a couple of bunkhouses over here as well. 1, 2... Okay, let's export some bananas. We're going to extend that mandate. Now we're getting pretty high up. It gets to the point where it's like, I actually don't need you anymore. So then you just end up asking him for money instead because you've fulfilled so many trade routes that it's like, it's not even a worry anymore. All right, we can put those there. Are you? Yes, you are. Help first. Oh, we have a whole bunch of people living over here. Are you all working at the circus? That's why. Build a tavern. Sure, that's not a bad option. I'll put one right behind the Teamsters office. Oh, let's build a bunkhouse for these people, our circus people. And now we are in debt. So now we just wait, basically. Let's increase the efficiency of the poops, the manure spreaders. Where is, here it is. So let's make sure that we actually have a pasture prohibition going. We do want to fulfill the trade route. We do need to build some resident houses, but it's okay because we're about to build a bunch. So we're going to get that fulfilled. Look at that. The crown is happy with us. Let's export some tobacco, extend that mandate, and we're about to get our residential buildings are done. Love that guy. He's a real one. And we do have that tavern being built over here, over yonder. It'll be built soon. Let's make sure that these are actually set properly. Oh, we have a person. And you're both well off and you both work at the plantation. Okay, well then let's get some country homes going. I don't mind when there's a little bit of space there because then it makes it easy for you to just put houses there. So it's kind of nice. The green, okay, and I realized this recently. So let's go over to, no, our overlays. So if we go to residential occupancy, green actually means that that house is full. It means that there is no more space. Red or pink means that there could be a couple more families living in there. So these two are absolutely empty. They're pink. Whereas this one means like more people could live in there. You have a gold mine and you want me to produce gold. Don't worry, we've got that going. And we already see the makings of people not living in all these shacks. But we do need, I think I saw a person over here who's a criminal. Yes, you're a criminal. So we can actually arrest you. We're going to get 10 more revolutionaries. Let's build a country home because it looks like a couple people in that house were actually pretty wealthy. So we just look at that. Now we have a lot less shacks. There are obviously a couple, but we're doing really good in terms of home. We're at 92 supportive approval. We're going to extend that mandate again. We're gonna have let's export rubber. We'll do 3,000 of that, and yeah, but we're gonna make sure that the independent is on. Oh, another thing has been okay. Let's sell some cocoa. We're gonna make sure that the independent is on for both, and we're gonna increase that efficiency so that it actually gets our revolutionaries faster. But once we do that, I'm actually going to, regardless, stay in this period of time because we do need to get some money. So we're gonna produce some fish. It'll just mean that we're gonna keep expanding until we're good. But like, look, we have almost no homeless people. There's a couple for sure. Sorry. Oh, but look at that one. This means that there was someone here and they just moved. And yeah, now it's gone. Oh, this needs to be repaired. But we're in debt. So we're gonna just wait a second. Revolutionaries. I'm just gonna be right back. Okay, so we do have some things going on over here, which is interesting. So this symbol right here, it actually means that we have a lot. So what we want to do, because it means that perhaps either we don't have enough Teamsters, or it means that the stock at the dock is full. Well, we need to rebuild that. I don't think it's the stock at the dock. I think it's that we actually have so many things right now and the Teamsters are not around. So when we have money, which is right now, we are going to export more. We could just take that $2,000, but I don't think we need to. So let's actually build some more Teamsters. So we have one here. Let's build another one over here. We need to rebuild that. We need a Teamster here. Honestly, think we could move this. Apparently we can't. To have 10 revolutionaries. Okay. Maybe not that there then. Oh, but we're already in debt. See, this happens. I can be very bad at this. What you can do is you can get a warehouse I actually haven't finished too much with that, but the warehouse is right here. It stores a massive amount of up to 3 different goods, allows consummation or customization of logistical guidelines for stored goods. So since we are having a couple of issues with over-stored goods, it means that the Teamsters in this area, for sure, dealing with a lot of work, and they need some help. So, but because we're kind of stalled on this, it means that we can't actually get our goods out faster, which means we're actually not making the money we're supposed to be making. So in theory, what we could do is put a couple of warehouses down. I think what we should do is worry about my debt first, because I have issues of complete the loot raid. Sure, we're in the middle of doing that anyway, so why not? And you want me to fulfill an export trade, which I think we'll probably be able to do with one of these in a couple of seconds. No? Okay, but we did get money out of that, so that's all that matters. But we see all these ships. These are the ones that bring us the moolah. So this one's going to be arriving in 2 months. It's exporting of gold, meat, and tobacco. It looks like another guard tower was destroyed. I have a feeling we might have some rebels. This one is not stored. Yeah, look, this is pretty full too. And we can do the church fee, which I don't think we should do right now. There we go. All right, so let's export shellfish. Yeah, we're gonna extend that mandate again. Not that we need to though, but we do have another trade route going. So let's get rid of cotton. Let's get rid of cotton because we're basically doing it in everything anyway. Oh, we did another one. Let's do logs. Great. All right, let's rebuild that. And we're going to need to build some Teamsters. I really think this would fit here, but I could be very wrong about that. Let's actually try to fit it. So actually, let's remove you. Actually, let's move you here. We'll move you right there. We're going to relocate you here. And then that should give us enough room. Honestly, I could have just left that there, but anyway. Are we having... Yes, we have some stock issues over here. So we need another Teamster. So let's move some of these bunkhouses. We'll move you up here with the clowns. And I say clowns because of circus people. We're going to... Wait a second. There we go. Let's build another Teamster office right there. We can build... Oh, no, we can't. We're in debt again. Let's get all of the efficiency about 4. I know we switched it to 5, but we don't want to blow all our money on the efficiency. Doing a safe load as well. Okay, now that we've done that, let's get another Teamster going over there. We'll probably get another one in this area. Arrest revolutionaries? I'm not doing that. Besides, we have 5 years of a mandate. We're fine. I do want to move this. Maybe we could move it over here. Thinking we could, maybe. We do have a decent amount of favoritism right now with our people, but let's just double check why we're not fully there. So let's go over to support. The overall food happiness is kind of dwindling a bit. Healthcare is going way down. Fun is a little bit going down. Faith is going down as well. Housing is going up. Job quality. So it's not necessarily job or anything. It's mostly housing, food, fun, which tends to be my biggest issue anyway whenever I play this game. Because I spend so much. I need to spend more articularly, though. Like, you know, particular. Bum, 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 bum. I could probably put a Teamster there, too. Okay, let's export bananas. Right there. And we're going to move you. Yeah, you're busy. That's what's going on. Another Teamster right here. Now what we need is another church. Because you're busy. That one's busy. That one's busy. So all my chapels are overwhelmed, basically. So we'll put one right here. Do we have space for one here? We do. We have one right here. We can probably put one right next to the circus. Alright, now how is our grocery stores? I think because our food you can pick from, it's not too bad. Theater. Did we need? Yes. So our fun is not good either. So this symbol, it means that it's very busy. So one way we can supplement this is actually get a busker. I do this usually near the bus stops in the second time, because these are just like people in the region that it can affect, which would be, it's a very quick thing. It doesn't give you a ton of fun, but it is enough that like people who are walking by might get affected by it. And there we go. We blew all our money again. So we'll just, I don't need to build another tannery. I already have one. It's fine. Look, it's fine. I don't need another tannery. Okay, there's some money. We can buy more buskers. Again, I really should be saving my money, but like, no. There we go. All right, now that we've done that, let's do that. And since we're lowering the quality, we're switching to help first, preach later kind of thing. We are going to up that a bit. This one's about to be built as well. This one, though, we can stay probably as a traditional sermon. That way, healthcare is in this area. Healthcare is over here as well. And then we have more quality over here. Let's fulfill an export trade. Don't worry, I've got you. Wadsworth, I think his name is. Watkins? I don't know. I feel like it's a W. How is... Let's go over here again. How is... Faith quality? Yes, so that one is busy. So we're going to duplicate, put that one here. 10 revolutionaries. I've got you. Look at that. We're already at a high population. If we go to our Almaic, we have 5 unemployed citizens. The healthcare is 15 though, so it's not great. But the overall happiness is kind of eh. And it's mostly because healthcare did take a dip, but we're about to go up again. And our faith is going up again too, which is good. So that one can be help first, preach later. This one can be just traditional sermon. What are you? We'll do traditional sermon over here too. Yeah. Okay, now we've fulfilled the trade. The crowd's happy with us. Let's export some rum. We'll extend that mandate. And let's actually purchase another one because we can afford it. So let's export milk. Now we need to, over here, we need to rebuild this. Is there anything else we need to do? Nope. Now we just kind of improve some of these areas. So need to build more houses, it looks like. Who are you? Are you well off? Okay, looks like we need some country homes. Any other there's a couple of shacks over here. I always hate it when they get here because it's like you're clearly blocking where your trees are going. What did she ask? Produce fish. Okay, yeah, we got you. Okay, so let's put a country home here and a bunker house over here. Hopefully that'll help. That's gone. You're still there. I'm not arresting the revolutionaries. Give me an export. I'm okay with that. Let's export some coal. Wow, that's done, whatever that was. Let's export some corn then. What are you? You are well off, so we need another country home right here. You are both poor. All right, so we need another bunkhouse, I'm hearing. Right there. No shacks over here. It's a good sign. Any shacks over here? Nope. Okay, we're doing pretty okay. I'm gonna stop twirling around like this because I think I'm giving myself a headache. 10 revolutionary immigrants. Yes. Okay, now let's make sure that all of these are stacked higher and at the highest cost so that these houses are getting paid well. These 2 people are poor. Yes. Let's build a bunkhouse right here. It's not close, but it's close enough. Are you still? Yes, you are. Okay, well, it looks like we needed the bunkhouse right here then. And then I think I'm going to stop asking about immigrants at this point because we're getting a good amount. And in fact, if we go to edicts, we can turn off penal colony because we have enough workers. And I'm not going to build anything else more for this era because we're going to save that money for the next era. So actually, we are going to fast forward a bit. So the pirates are attacking right now. We're just going to take a random blueprint for now. And because we have updated so much, more pirates have shown up. So actually, that's not good. Where are you guys? Come on. Hurry up. Get in line. We might even need to build a second fort. Because, yeah, these guys are annihilating right now. If you end up getting, like, a high amount of quality in terms of, like, your goods, pirates will show up. We're kind of a busy island right now. Like, we have expanded so much. This guy for sure is going to be gone. These guys, actually, let's also increase more guards. Totally forgot that that's an option. We're going to produce more fish. Sure. Yeah, we might need to build a second fort. Honestly, I don't want to, though, because I'd rather save that money for the next era. because there's a bunch of like military things we can buy for the next era as well. So let's increase tobacco. Looks like we have a couple of small ones going, which is good. I just want to make sure that I always have at least one small one, which I think the smallest one might be sugar. Can be done soon. We're gonna extend that mandate again. All right, who's gone? Oh, the pirates are gone. Okay. Oh my gosh, my newspaper? Come on. These poor people. They're like, oh my god, I'm just making a newspaper. Jeez. Rebuilt that. All right, here's the conflict. All right, that dude died. That dude died. Are you gonna die? You're gone. Okay, we won. Oh, looks like we have another pirate attacking. Here's our busker at work. These dudes, oh my gosh, have a mind. This is so funny. There's military soldiers, or there was, watching this guy, and meanwhile we're getting attacked by pirates. Again. Look at that. We're already getting money though. All right, let's export some hides. Let's do a small one. Sign that contract. Let's buy another license, and we're going to export some gold. We're gonna extend that mandate again. Oh my gosh, why are they always going for my corn? All right, we need another fort for sure. I didn't want to, but I think we have to. Let's quick build that guy. We're gonna put that all the way up. Let's utility installations. Oh my gosh. We're losing battle here. This isn't good. What are they attacking? Why is it always this bunker house? Like, geez. Do they know the military dudes work there? Like, the heck is that? Quick build. This is so silly. Okay, well, this dude's clearly gonna beat them. Like, he's got the upper hand. No? Build a Teamster office. That's not a bad idea. Let's export some rubber. Oh, and we have another one. We'll just do a short-term one. Cotton. Oh, no, I think he's gonna lose. Let's rebuild that. And these dudes are finally coming over. Okay, free housing is unlocked. We're gonna save that for a different option. But, what did we want to do again? Oh, now we can declare independence and move to the next. We can move over to World Wars. I'm gonna pause on that for a second. And we're not going to ever prepare for war, because I did that once and you lost, because you're not actually supposed to win if you do that one. You have to have the $15,000. We're just going to stay with the crown for a bit just to gain some monopoly. We needed to build a Teamster office. That's what we needed to do. Or build another one, like, right. Can we put one here? Another one over here? Maybe we should build another one over here, maybe. We'll put one, like, right here. I know it's kind of weird, but I feel like I want the ability to extend something over here if I need to. We have anybody in jail? Not really, but it's making us money anyway. Our revolutionaries will be happy with us soon. We're just gonna get another random blueprint. We got one for the theater. Okay, let's export some. Let's see, this is 288, that's 285, 75, 334. Okay, meat it is. Let's export some meat. And we're just gonna double check for shacks. Actually, what we can do is just go to the Almaic. There are some homeless citizens. There are some that are just broke, but they live in the bunkhouses, which is good. Even though, oh wait, you're homeless. Where are you? Why won't you let me click on you? That's weird. Poor, homeless. Okay, well, where are you? Let's extend the mandate by 18. We don't need $2,000. What we need is $200,000. Oh, the pirates are attacking again. These frickin' pirates, man. Unemployed. So we do have a few unemployed people, but they're all living in bunkhouses. And it sounds like homeless people. They're just choosing to be homeless. Because, like, why are you homeless? You have no reason to be homeless. Can you... Oh, you're over there. Oh my gosh, look at all these pirates showing up. Jeez. Okay. Let's export some coffee. And we have, like, some guards over there showing up. This is insane. This is the one thing that happens if you get a really well-produced island. The pirates are not happy with you. This is going to be destroyed. Let's rebuild that. This guy's about to die, for sure. Where is this guy going? He probably determined he wants to go over here. Build a ranch. I'm gonna say no to that because we have no room for ranches right now. Maybe we'll expand later. I would really like it if the pirates just stop. Let's export some planks. I don't know where those pirates went. Like, I think they just disappeared. They were like, oh, yeah, never mind. They're pretty safe. I think the pirates are done, though. Yes, the pirates are done. Great. All right, how much are you going to make? You're going to make me $8,000. Let's export some wool. Looks like we also have another available trade. Yeah, so let's do rum. 11,000 there. All right, export trade. Yeah, I got you, bro. 9,000 there. Our pirates have returned. They brought us 2,000 bananas, 3,200 hides, and 1,200 iron. All right, 10,000 here. Now, how far are we on this? This one's close to being done. That one we just started. This one, no. That one might be finished soon. That one we haven't even started. This one we barely delivered for. This one we've done nothing for. And this one we've also done nothing for. We're gonna definitely need money because the next time we go up, we have to take care of people's health and stuff like that. All right, let's export some pineapples. Do we have any more space? No, but we can have more space because I have money. Let's export some sugar. Let's export that or export that. Okay. All right. So now that we have unlocked all of our research, we can do free housing. Let's look at the circus. So the circus, we can increase the fee by 5. So let's actually do that and we'll increase the efficiency. So it's at 102. The pirates are back. This is what happens when you, oh my gosh, we definitely need more. We need to get out of this era. Like, okay, we'll worry about that in a second. So now we have the buskers as well, which there should be a busker right here. So let's see what kind of things we can do. Pickpocketing decreases crime safety by 10, increases the chance of gaining income by 20%, and the amount of money gained by 2. Let's export some 240 to, iron. I think we have some iron. We can export some iron. I don't think we have any iron mines, though. I'm just going to let them figure it out. You want me to build a coconut harvester? Sure, let's build a coconut harvester. Here. Oh, this is not a good option for coconuts. Okay, well, we'll build one up here then. How about that? And then we'll bring this road up. Let's build a teamster over here. And I think we need another tavern. Sometimes if you relocate them... Okay, let's actually just duplicate that. And then we'll delete this one. The pirate is running away. This has been destroyed. Go figure. It's always my rum. Frickin' pirates, man. Frickin' pirates and their rum. Okay. Now let's make sure that these are all at full efficiency. Where are we here? They're all at 102. Okay, extend that mandate then. Right. 102, I believe it is at 4. Yes. I hear the pirates again. Let's just do that $2,000. God. Okay, I want to see if there's iron somewhere. There is iron here, but I don't really want to get iron that way. There is iron over here, though. Okay, maybe we'll do this then. And then we'll just extend the road. Let's put a couple of houses over here. A bunker house. We're just gonna... Oh, looks like we have another fulfilled. Let's export some planks. Let's relocate you. I think you should be straighter. Relocate you as well. And you as well. Okay, now let's build a couple of country homes. We'll put one here, and one here. And then we should build a teamster office up here. And it does look like the island goes that way. Export trade. Sure. All right, show me the pirates. They've already destroyed my bunker. This is about to get destroyed. Classic. I feel like my armies need to be a little bit more alert because of how often we're getting attacked. I don't know how much effort they're actually putting in. Are you guys going to come out and do something, or are you just watching the palace? I suppose that makes sense that you're just watching the palace. We have some guys coming over there. We have these two guys at face value. You want me to build a chapel? That's not a bad idea. Usually when that happens, it means that the game is telling me that there is just not enough of that particular thing. So if we go to chapel, that one's overused. This one's overused. Okay, let's put this one right next to that one. Oh, this got burned down. All right, let's rebuild that. Okay, the pirates are almost done with. No more coconut trees. That's fair. Let's relocate. No, actually, that's not what I wanted. What I wanted to do was set the harvest area up. We're going to put you here, and your harvest area is over here. Let's do $2,000 because we want to get out of this era soon. I'm sick and tired of these pirates, man. They're like every 5 minutes. Okay, now this is what I totally forgot to do, but we can do. So let's set ourselves up for our next era. So what we want to do is we want to use rum. So we're going to sample 1,000 pieces of rum. And our teamsters are going to bring us over. So look at that. We're out at 490. We're going to store this till the next era. And then what we can do is actually send this to a superpower of the next era. You want me to build another chapel? Okay, we'll build another chapel. Let's... Oh, pirates are back again. Freaking pirates, man. Yeah, let's just get $2,000 and we're just going to go into the next era. I know we could wait for 3,000, but I literally cannot with these pirates every 5 minutes. Like... They make me so annoyed. They're so useless. How are you gonna die? You have the... bro, shoot better. Like... $2,000 for me. Alright, we need to see where our trade route is. Because even though we have 4 years, we should just double check. Some of these are a little low. That's concerning. That one hasn't even done anything. Let's buy a license and we'll just export something quick. Yeah. It's letting me know that we have research points because guess what? We haven't moved on to the next era. So we have all these things done, but we can't do anything with them. I actually want to check. What can we do with here? Public support services. The efficiency is decreased by 25%. While this building is operational, the efficiency of each high school and college is increased by 10% on a medium budget. The bonus can be accumulated up to a cap of 30%. The uncensored profile is just not something that's really a good idea, so I never do that one. Honestly, I just usually use the library as is and let it move at its own pace. And that seems to be fine. The attackers have been defeated. Looks like my rum distillery broke, though. Classic. Oh, I'll extend that mandate again. Rebuild. Build a tavern. Let's repair that. Tavern's probably not a bad idea because what they're telling me is, again, yeah, we're very busy. So we'll put one right here. The game kind of just like lets you know what people want. And it also like helps you along with the era. We'll do 2000. And it's probably going to make us really favorable with the revolutionaries now that we've done that. Do we have a tavern over here? Could probably put one right here. Oh, there's one right there already. Okay, well, let's put a tavern right here, I guess. The money issue we'll figure out later. Stack them higher. We'll increase that wage. I want to make sure you have a gold mine. Produce gold. I've got you. Let's increase that output. And now we just sit. We sit and wait. And I deal with those frickin' pirates in silence. Yep, classic. The pirates are back again. It's because of the rum factory. I guess we make such good rum. They're really hindering my production, though. This is ridiculous. I'm just hoping that we get enough money while we're here to deal with them. They're driving me crazy. See, look. I've already destroyed my rum. And then I have all my dudes all over there just slowly moving over. Or just take the $2,000. I just need to get out of this era. Losing more money just by rebuilding everything constantly. Yes, yes, yes. I guarantee this is going to be the first thing that they try to attack. Do the ends justify the means? They're going to go for my newspaper? Jeez. Of course, the guard tower is being attacked. Where are you going? Who are you going after? What is this? I feel like we're losing more money just from dealing with all these pirates. Actually, I don't feel like that's the... I don't feel it. I know that's the case. Our productivity just goes down when pirates are here. If I hear the pirate sound one more time, even though we have no money, we're just progressing, my guy. Because, like, so exhausted with them. To be fair, I don't think you're actually supposed to be camping in this era. I think you're supposed to actually just move to World War. How much are you gonna make? 10 grand. How much are you gonna make? 33 grand? 34? 35? Man. Okay, let's export some tobacco. And gold. I'll extend that mandate again. 5,000. Oh, the pirates are back. Okay, that's it. That's it. I know. Let's just declare independence. I'm getting out of this era. I know the pirates are still gonna show up, but like, I can't do this anymore. All right, all citizens vote. Militia, confirm. All right, now let's trade. So what we're supposed to do, which I don't normally do, is you're actually supposed to trade with both of them. So let's trade cotton and gold with you. We'll trade iron with you and iron with you as well. We'll trade some meat and sugar, tobacco, and some wool. Oh wait, hold on. We have how many left? 3. So actually we can now send that. Great. Now we can export some rum with a good price. We'll export some wool. And we don't have any cheese yet, but we can definitely start, or we can sell logs to the pirates. Smugglers, pardon me. All right, let's sign that. Great. All right, let's start researching literally everything. So labor policy, free wheels. That would actually be really necessary. So never mind. Let's go back to no, not constitution. Trade? No. Edicts? No. Research. There we go. Oh my gosh, forget that. Free wheels first, then everything else. Okay. Yes, we'll increase the education rate. Let's rebuild that. Can't with these freaking pirates. All right, now let's update our forts. And then for these, let's go to purchase. We're gonna buy a watchtower, and we're gonna upgrade these to the watchtowers. All right, a protest has started. It's probably about their healthcare. It is their healthcare. So let's go over and buy clinics, and we're gonna put these down like literally everywhere. We're also gonna need to buy a fire department, fire station. I was like, what is that called again? Fire station. All right. We're gonna put a clinic right here. No, can we? No, we can put, no. Here? Yes. These are so handy because they fit almost everywhere. Can't put that there. We can put this here. Let's just put it here. Actually, right here. Great. All right, now let's buy a fire station. And we're gonna put these down. This is a little bit more difficult because of the space it requires and how much. Great, we'll put that there. I actually do not care how much the pirates are coming for me right now because I'm basically done with them. So I'm not worried right now. What I am gonna do though is if we go to overlay and we go to healthcare quality, red shows that everyone is unwell. Or it could show us that the houses are not good. So if we go to healthcare coverage, it's all very bad. It looks like this, whatever this is. Oh, it was a tavern. It got blown up. Okay, now that we've done that, you want me to build a church. Okay, let's do it. Let's build a church. We can get rid of 2 of these, or we'll build 1 of these. Right. Sometimes I forget that you actually have to let the game, like, remember that you destroyed that. Let's destroy you. Fire station. Let's destroy you. And we'll build a church in its place. There is... I'm not doing an import trade. Forget it. I'm not purchasing nothing. What is this? Oh, that's... I didn't know it went that long. That's interesting. Okay, let's put a church right here. Seems silly, doesn't it? But I don't know where else to put it, because I can't put it here. Okay, never mind that. We'll put a church up here as well. Build a mansion. Sure. Oh yeah, we have to say hi to him. So this is the broker. He kind of works like with us to build up our Swiss bank accounts. So we can look at the offers he gives us. He can give us plus standings with one of the allies. He can give us a blueprint to the college. Or he can give us the actual college. We can do exchange. We can do money into our Swiss bank account, knowledge into our Swiss bank account, raids into our Swiss bank account, or college-educated immigrants into our Swiss bank account. And then there's active slots we can do, so he gives us more opportunities. I don't tend to do that one that much. We're going to build our relationship there. Now, I'm not going to do education because I saw someone the other day. What they did, we're just going to cancel these, is they went and got this right here, which allows all children automatically gain a high school education. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Building destroy is the country home. Well, that's okay, but we'll rebuild it for now. Okay, now we have several churches going. The religious faction will be happy with us, hopefully. Let's increase our anesthesia with our clinics. And that way our healthcare goes up faster. We're at 23. A second ago we were at 22, so that's a good sign. And we need our education to go up, which we will when our pirates gather. Our other thing, what we need to do is build a mansion, because that was asked of us. We're going to say no to that. A mansion right here, 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 where? Here? Nice. Okay, now we're going to build the blueprint for a house and a flop house and the apartments. I usually in this era would just bulldoze all of my flop houses. Sorry, my bunk houses and turn them into flop houses. We're not going to do that right now. But to modernize all the houses would be $77,000. We need to just work on not going in debt. So we're going to build up our relationships. A protest has started. What is this about? Healthcare. Well, I'm working on it, okay? Send the military. The closest military is... Not now. We're going to resolve the healthcare issue in a second. It'll be fine. Yes. So this will allow us to build houses for free, I think. So we can unlock this. It's going to require some Swiss bank account money. I don't need to worry about that too much. Why don't we switch all of you to help first, preach later so that our healthcare gets up faster. And then there's churches in the area that will fix some of those issues. Okay, we have just finished an export with the allies. So let's export pineapple now with them. We're going to sign that contract. Now, what do we have in industry? We have a cannery, which I don't have any electricity yet. But we can do a creamery, a cigar factory, and a shipyard. So let's do shipyard. We're going to put it closer to where literally the logs are. I'm going to buy a cigar factory. And I would like it to put it closer to our tobacco. There is literally no space for it. So, I don't know how we're going to do this. We could put this here maybe. All right, let's relocate you here. Let's move you here. No, no, no. Dang. We couldn't put this here either. It would not fit. I think if we relocate you. Did we have the issue? Yeah, it didn't fit. What if we relocate you here? We'll just move you here for now. We're not going to do an import trade. Stop trying to get me to do an import trade. Oh, we can't even move that anyway. Okay, well then let's just move that back. Oh, they've already disbanded. Okay, that's good. Or maybe they're like, oh, you didn't listen to us. Now we're going to fight you. I don't know which one it is. Maybe not the best. We needed the cigar factory though. I don't even know if it would fit, to be honest. I don't know if I want to do that. Voting rights to citizens. I'm going to say... Well, where are we, actually? How much do you love me? Like, do you love me a lot? Conflicts, foreign relations, politics. Capitalists are 52. They bring it down to 40-something. Okay, we'll say yes, and then we'll just rescind it later. Okay, so voting rights. And that is the wealthy citizens vote. And that'll bring us up with the capitalists. The communists will be mad at us, but it is fine. Relocate you. I totally forgot that I've tried to do this at least 3 times and it won't fit. Can I move you here? Okay, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, well, oops, so rough. Relocate you here. Okay, now can we build a cigar factory? No, we cannot. I think we need to move these things still. Okay, so relocate you here? No. We'll move you here. We'll relocate you here. We'll move you. Actually, we'll move you right here. Relocate you here. That should be able to give us the space. Yes. Yes, it does. Relocate you here. And let's actually duplicate another one of those. And another one. Because we need some houses now that we've just demolished a bunch of buildings. At this point, what I would normally do is just build flop houses. I don't want to do that yet. Okay, so we also need to build a creamery. Where can we build this? Because we have, I think, all our goats and stuff over here. What is this? This is sheep, 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 pig, llama, llama. Do we have, forgot. Over here we have cattle, cattle, cattle. And then we could probably build a couple more over here. We're not doing an import trade. Leave me alone. So ridiculous. We're going to relocate you here so that I can put my creamery down there. Build a chapel. Sure. Why not? I can't build one there. Weird. Build one there. We're just going to let this run because we need money. Okay, so we got a request from the allies to have an embassy and invite them to our said embassy. And now we can do this, which I actually think we should save a bit before we do that. We have some more people coming to our island, it looks like. Also, I did kind of, blow up a bunch of houses in order to make room for the cigar factory. All right, you want me to make a commando garrison? Don't worry, I will. Oh, one of you is a criminal. How big is our dungeon? Like, are we packed? No. I guess it's because we don't have a police station yet. So we haven't had the will to go and arrest people. Okay, well, I think I'm going to be back because I have to leave for work shortly. So, we are going to pause or, no, I've been recording for 2 hours. We're going to end this episode. I will see you shortly, friends, in the next episode where we deal with crime, health, and the overabundance of people moving in, and clearly also the money we need to get. So we'll be back.